What's up, y'all? Welcome to another one of these videos. So doors open. Don't look over there. Don't look over there. It's ugly. If I close the dog's gonna open the door anyway, so I'm just leaving it open. My dog had a resume. Under useless skills, he would list the ability to open human doors. But forget all that. We're here to send another YouTube video to the copyright claim gods. So this was requested in my Patreon Discord. i-dle. Just literally calling themselves idle. Mono. I think you gotta go to the doctor for that. Featuring Sky Water. I don't have any jokes for that. Let's let it bang out. I literally know nothing. This is a music video just for the 1% chance this doesn't get claimed by copyright, even though we are being transformative. The record labels don't care. They want their money. So let's run it. Oh, whoa. You know, the first, I pause a lot in the first few seconds. First impressions are important. How you open a song, how you close a song is important. Kind of like, I don't know how many I modeled. I modeled 100 pounds ago. Who you chose to open and close your show, runway, mattered. It was a statement. So I can't help but kind of feel the same phenomena with the song. Layered bass sound, nice reverb, maybe a plate verb. Ooh, very nicely mixed percussion section. You could hear it, but it's not overly in your face.
What they played it up don't matter. The beat is breaking through. It's the meaning that hits louder. We're about to tune into you. Don't let the noise get in your way.
I feel like if you're an engineer, you can hear a lot of side chaining or a sidechain type plugin. Basically, what that's doing is just cutting out frequencies on certain things to make room for other tracks, instruments that also live in the same frequency, usually between a percussive or transient sound and something that's not so. That way they can happen at the same time while being crisply distinct, I guess, without muddying it.
You're from the right or from the left, but there is true west, west straight or gay.
It's nice. I'm just taking in the fact that this feels like a record label song from the lyrics. But then again, isn't for K-pop, unless you're a special few groups or a special few songs here and there, aren't they all like record label songs?
Every day and night, dance to your real vibe. Turn the effects down, let it all fade out. Play the whole world in mono.
Play the whole roll of mono. That one's gonna have to grow on me. I'm used to pop lyrics being like, you know, simple, fun, easily digestible. Some might say cheesy, but that's what makes them so memorable. That's what makes them so popular. That one might have to grow on me. Let me hear the transition to the hook one more time. My eyes closed.
Every day and night, dance to your real vibe. Turn the effects down, let it all fade out. Play the whole world in mono.
Sounds good. Ironically, they're not in mono, they're in stereo, aren't they? Like still centered, but stereo. Well, am I wrong? Am I just hearing the reverb being stereo?
Turn the music up, let my rhythm play loud. Love and dance in my house. Baby, we can take the party outside to everyone. Take a chance on me, dance like everyone else. And I know you feel just like myself.
You're from the right or from the left, whether east or west, whether straight or gay. Every day and night, dance to your real vibe. Turn the effects down, let it all fade out. Play the whole world in mono.
Okay, it's growing on me now. I get the concept. It's not fully grown on me, but, you know, east, west, left, right, straight or gay. I mean, they're still going off a binary system. I don't think society works on a binary system with straight or gay anymore. It's a spectrum, but to put it all together in mono. So It's like a unity type of song, and I'm getting the vibes of it, I guess. Because let's say you're laying in your bed or you're taking a poop and you have this idea, you're a songwriter or you're a producer or something, and you're like, stereo, separate, mono, together. What if we do like a togetherness song with the concept of stereo and mono? Great idea, but the execution has to be as good as the idea. I feel like this was pretty good.
I identify she, her.
I identify as he, him. I don't personally know any days, but I mean, I think it's important to just be yourself.
Sure, when you love yourself, you can love everyone.
You're from the right, or from the left, whether east or west, whether straight or gay, every day and night, dance to your real vibe, turn the FX down, let it all fade out, play the whole world at mono.
Pretty sick. All right, so we got the old Ableton, and I mentioned sidechain. So I just wanted to briefly talk. This is something that I semi-talked about on my Patreon like last year, but like manual sidechaining. Let's illustrate this for YouTube land, but in a different way. So sidechaining, it's a mixing trick that ducks one sound's volume when another hits, which creates clarity in busier tracks. So have you heard of the cocktail party effect, where you might be in a room with a lot of people talking, but your brain is able to put the person you're talking to at the forefront and push everyone else to the back. So your brain is actually performing like a sidechain in your head in a way. Sidechaining is a broad term. You could do the full volume ducking like your brain does at a cocktail party, or you could go frequency specific. The quickest example of your life, let me see. We utilize splice in the interest of time. So there's a loop. I also put in this percussion loop from a different sample pack. Here's a kick sound. So we're going to freak the kick. Stand by. That'll work. There's no snare. There's no snap. Keeping it simple. Here's an EQ plugin. Very oversimplification, but it's going to kind of show the EQ response of the sample. So you see, there's nothing really past here. There's a little bit here, the 156 range. But most of it is like 230 to like 5K, let's say. More or less. And it depends on what note is being played, of course. Where's the kick at? So this kick, 50. A little bit on 135. Let's say you wanted to pair this sample with this kick. We go back to the sample. So they have a little bit here in the 75 on the sample. So they actually fit kind of nicely. They kind of already slot in pretty decently together. But we could clean it up more. That's where you might want a sidechain EQ. Additionally, this would go lower, I would think. I put the kick lower too. I probably wouldn't even use this kick unless we had a good baseline pairing. But just for the sake of illustration, we're just going to run with it. So I've been using Soothe 2 recently. And this could do a lot of things, but This will illustrate the sidechain EQ thingamajigger. So I put this plugin on the kick. You wouldn't really do that. Most of the time you would put it on your sample. But let's just say you want to tame this kick a little bit, right? I'm going to move this to 74. And I'll also put a little on 50. Like this. And just in this range, these are just the frequencies that I felt the sample exists the most in this range. So we want to sidechain it. So I click sidechain, and then going down here, I click the sample. So yeah, here we go. So now the kick should duck in these frequencies. I actually love it now. I'm not gonna lie. Because for me, I thought that kick, the transient of the kick, it was just like uncomfortably feeling separate from the rest of the mix, which is only 3 tracks right now. A lot of ways you can address that. Glue compressor, you can put them all under one reverb, just things to make it glue together better. But as far as just like what I'm trying to do in like 2 minutes with sidechaining, this is something I would do. And for this vibe, this kind of smoothed out vibe, I don't need my kicks to be like these big knockers. They can be a little bit more smoothed out, the kick sound. If you don't have that and all you have is EQ, I'm gonna take off the sidechain. So we're still in the kick. Just for the sake of emulating what we had on the other plugin. We'll do that 5K one here as well. Good enough. All right, now let me turn it all off. Now this is gonna be stock kick sound. It's okay, I just want to give it a little haircut. So now we're using that fancy plugin. So you could kind of emulate it. Typically, if you want to use something like Sutu, you would put it on the sample, which is more typical, which I will show you in a minute. But right now, if you're sitting here like, I can't hear the difference, that is actually another great point. Some of these changes are so subtle, it doesn't really matter. Let me extremify what's going on right here. Widen the Q, make it extreme. So when you extremify, you are verifying that something is happening. It's just you're doing your shit subtle. Bring these back. So I'm actually going to turn off Sutu on this. When you're an engineer, it's very easy to get into the nitty gritty, to do the, it's kind of like the difference between pizza and great pizza. And if you ever visited New York, you might have come to this concept. All pizza is good. Bad pizza is even good. Most pizza is 99% there. How to get it to 100%, you might think of the water, the dough, the sauce, but to get that last 1% to make it a 100% pizza, that's what pizza nerds really look at. Now, if you're just a pizza enjoyer, you're not a pizza nerd, 99% pizza is fine. Like some people, they can't even taste the difference between 99% pizza and 100% pizza. So in engineers like that pizza nerd, where that 1%, they are min-maxing everything. They care about it. The listener, as long as it doesn't sound like crap, I don't think they care. And if you could barely hear a difference or no difference at all until I extremified it, that's another discussion. I think that if you're an engineer and you're trying to find the latest and greatest thing that people are doing for this type of phenomena, whatever, it's okay. Like, don't freak out too much. Like, do what makes you happy, do what you love, immerse yourself in your shit. But know at the end of the day, it's so subtle that most people are not really going to care. All right, so this is the typical way. Now I'm bringing you to the actual factual way you would want to use it. So this kick lived a lot in the 50 and 112 area, and this kick doesn't change notes, so it would consistently be in those areas. Resonance doesn't really matter here, but turn the sidechain on, set it to the kick tape. So we'll give it a listen first. Okay, now I'm going to click it on and off. You tell me if you can hear a difference. You shouldn't have heard too much of a difference. It should hopefully have sounded just a little less muddy. Not that it sounds that bad to begin with. So what are we hearing right now? Well, first of all, the cocktail room effect. Your brain is going to turn down the whole volume, every frequency of a person, so it can help focus on the person you're talking to. So it's like the whole volume. Or you could just do a frequency. So when you do the kick doesn't change notes. It doesn't do anything else but be a kick. So wherever you feel like giving it a haircut on the EQ, you could just do that like so. Honestly, I'm going to turn this one off and just let it be. That's okay. Like this is it. You don't need a Soothe 2 plugin for the kick. However, you would need it for this sample, this loop, because this sample is ever changing. There's a lot of different sounds. There's a lot of things going on. It's got a progression. It's changing notes. So you don't want to take away these EQs the whole way. You only want to take it off exactly when the kick is happening and not any time else. So this is activating only when it hears the kick. It's sidechained to the kick. So only when it hears the kick is it ducking these frequencies. So the rest of that note, like let's say they're playing G sharp, you're not ducking the whole G sharp, you're just ducking these frequencies on that G sharp. So the G sharp still as a whole still sounds as big as you want it to. You're just ducking the specific frequency that is getting a little muddy along with the kick a little bit. So that's kind of the gist of it. So when you hear a mix that sounds very, very clean and you're used to hearing sidechain EQ a lot, you're probably going to be able to predict when I make mention of it when I hear a song, that kind of thing. I'm going to keep freaking with this a little bit. Give me a second. It's a quick check-in. I just played along with the bass line just to do it myself because it was so simple. I'm not going to do engineering to this because that will take forever. So what you'd want to do is to kind of match the kick with the bass. That would be fantastic. So the start of the kick would ideally line up with the start of the bass for the most part, with a couple intentional rhythmic groovy deviations here and there. I'm not doing that because then I'll be here all night. I just want to add some weird ear candy. This is what I started with on this sound. It's kind of like a gritty bass sound, but I just wanted to freak it a little bit, right? So I added this, this, and this to do this. Yeah. I think I'm done with this for now. So I tried my best to recreate the chords. Wasn't that hard because it says G sharp minor, so just freaked it. Here it is. It's not perfect, but I don't feel like taking the time to freak it anymore. I added some effects to it to make it sound like this. Super saturated, filtered, all the whole nine. Then I grabbed the vocals out that sample and I added an effect to it and a tremolo auto pan. So at the same time, I have a section B now. So sometimes when I open the DAW to illustrate a technique or two that I mentioned in the reaction, I just build a little bit more of an idea. This is an idea more than a song. The kick and bass need to be freaked. The EQ needs to be freaked. My playing needs to be adjusted. But if there's something you think I should do with these like beat ideas, like maybe I'll throw it up on the Patreon and make a long ass study loop of it. I don't know. Let me know. Thank you for watching. God bless you. Thanks for riding with me.